Bonsoir tout le monde. Merci beaucoup. Mais moi, je suis la chose le moins intéressante que vous allez voir ce soir. Fait que, merci beaucoup d'être venu pour célébrer avec nous cette collation de grade de la Faculté des Arts et Sciences. I'm Andrew Woodall. I'm the Dean of Students, and as I said, I'm the least interesting thing you're going to see tonight. I am here to kind of tell you a bit about how to get ready for this, and then we'll get it going. So the first thing I'm asking you to do is take out your cell phones, download My Hips Don't Lie by Shakira, and put the volume on loud so that we all hear it when your phone goes off through this ceremony, and we can all point and clap at you. While you're doing that, feel free to use the hashtags CUGrad or CUPride anytime during the ceremony, before or after we hear your phone go off. Okay, each person that you've come to see, the student you've come to see, will be on this stage between 7 to 10 seconds, depending on how fast they walk. So, don't go to the bathroom, pay attention, you're going to miss them. For the first part, when they call the name, go crazy. We ask you not to use your pianos or electric guitars that you brought, just your voice and your hands, but go crazy when you see them. And then as they get to the middle, it'll be the next person's chance to hear people clapping and shouting for them. So that's really important. 10 seconds, don't fall asleep, okay? Watch, pay attention. And then the last thing is, of course, stay till the very end, please, because it's a full ceremony, and to get the full effect, the end is really special, and then we'll all be outside after having a great time. But stay to the end, and then you'll see the magic. Alors, merci beaucoup, et on va commencer dans quelques instants. Merci beaucoup.
When you're modest, you work hard. And sometimes you're the first in your family to go the distance, to realize your ambitions, to embrace the world. Yet you seldom take pride. You'd rather stay focused on the road ahead, to remain nimble, unique. You mix it up. You reach your goals. You give back.
This is my school, and I say engineering and computer science is for everyone, regardless of gender, ethnicity, or God.
And you pay it forward.
So every penny counts, even if it's 5 cents, it all adds up at the end of the day.
When I moved to Canada in 1972, it was very challenging. Concordia understood my situation. That is why I've always been loyal to Concordia.
To be first, you get your hands dirty.
Being part of this community means I feel at home. I feel like I can do anything.
I choose to support Concordia because it gave me the education that helped me succeed professionally.
You're determined to go beyond, fueled by your passion. You experiment boldly. You harness your urban spirit to remain open and engaged.
Being trans to me means transcendent.
Take pride in your journey and what sets you apart.
If you don't allow yourself to fail, you cannot experience success.
You are the new solution. You are graduating in a new era for Canada.
Félicitations. Take pride in your accomplishments. Take pride in Concordia.
Good evening. Please be seated. Good evening. I would like to begin by acknowledging that Concordia University is located on unceded Indigenous lands. The Kanien'kehá:ka Nation is recognized as the custodians of the lands and waters on which we gather today. Tiohtià:ke, also known as Montreal, is historically known as a gathering place for many First Nations. Today, it is home to a diverse population of Indigenous and other peoples. We respect the continued connections with the past, present, and future in our ongoing relationships with Indigenous and other peoples within the Montreal community. Je m'appelle Pascale Sicotte, je suis la doyenne de la Faculté des Arts et Sciences ici à Concordia. Distingués invités, chers collègues, family and friends, to our graduates, I am delighted that we are able to celebrate you and your achievement today. Cette journée est un moment marquant dans votre parcours de vie et dans votre parcours professionnel. In the last few years, you have been asked to display a level of adaptability that very few generations of students before you were faced with, and you succeeded. Together, you, in fact, got through this difficult time thanks to the respect, the compassion, and the empathy that we have shown one another. My hope is that you will carry the lessons of the last few years as you move through the world and find your place in it, and that you will remember the many ways, big and small, that we can support and uplift each other in challenging times. À vos proches, merci pour l'appui que vous avez donné à nos, mais en fait à vos étudiants. Thank you for helping them remain tenacious and to stubbornly pursue their goals, no matter how out of reach they may have seemed. C'est avec une grande fierté que j'offre mes félicitations à tous nos nouveaux diplômés ce soir. Congratulations to all our graduates tonight. As you prepare to take the next step in your journey, let me say that there could be no better role model than today's honorary doctorate recipient, Dr. James McCauley. He is a pediatric cardiac surgeon who pioneered mitochondrial transplantation to repair tissues. He started his professional journey at Concordia, graduating with a BA in political science and a BSc in biophysical education back in the 70s. I know you will find inspiration in his story and that you will galvanize this inspiration into action. It's now my pleasure to introduce Concordia's Chancellor, Jonathan Weiner.
Dear graduates, parents, friends, and distinguished guests, I stand before you with great joy as we celebrate the class of 2023. Il s'agit de ma 8e année en tant que chancelier de Concordia. One of the highlights of this role is handing well-deserved diplomas to new graduates each spring. Over several convocations, I get to meet 5,000 graduates this week who will undoubtedly share looks of hope, excitement, confidence, and a little nervousness. In 1971, I became a proud graduate of Sir George Williams University, one of Concordia's founding institutions. However, the Concordia you're graduating from today looks very different than the university of my youth. Notre communauté étudiante est beaucoup plus diversifiée. Concordia now features 10,000 international students from 150 countries, and women often outnumber the men in our graduating classes. When I graduated, seems to always get an applause these days. When I graduated from our then Faculty of Management, we had only one woman in our class. How far we have come. Now take a moment to look around you. Bien que la plupart d'entre vous soyez venus du Québec et du Canada pour poursuivre vos études universitaires, un bon nombre de vos camarades diplômés viennent de cultures différentes ou ont grand en parlant une autre langue. Over the last few years, you learned together in a myriad of programs. You researched together and you grew together. Together, you became Concordians, an identity you will share forever. À compter de demain, vous tracerez votre propre voie. Some of you will pursue graduate studies, while others will enter the workforce in Montreal or in distant lands. Il y a beaucoup de force et de beauté dans une telle diversité. Your university shares its motto with the city of Montreal, Concordia Salus, which in Latin means well-being through harmony. In music, harmony means combining different notes to evoke a sound more remarkable than its parts. Ce n'est pas possible que quand les notes sont à la fois distinctes et unies. There is an African proverb that tells us, if you want to go alone, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. I hope today you realize how far your new lifelong bond can take you. Tirez parti de ces réseaux, profitez des énormes ressources et de la communauté qui existe à Concordia. Don't be afraid to make new connections beyond your areas of expertise and support each other through your journeys. Countless Concordians have joined forces to change the world. We have incredible role models making major contributions to our social well-being and our modern society in almost all walks of life. We are proud of them, and I'm certain that as you make your own mark, we will be profoundly proud of you. I wish you heartfelt congratulations, good fortune, and good health. Chapeau et merci. I also want to take this opportunity to sincerely thank the Concordia faculty and staff who work tirelessly to provide the best possible education and services to our students and broader community. Please now join me in welcoming Concordia's President and Vice Chancellor, Graham Carr, who continues to guide our university with courage, integrity, panache, and exceptional leadership. Graham, over to you.
Bonsoir. It's so exciting to be with you to honor your graduation from Concordia. You're now one of Concordia's 250,000 alumni from more than 150 countries around the world. And you've also just graduated from the university which, since 2019, has been continuously ranked as the top university less than 50 years old in all of North America. Si vous connaissez l'histoire de Concordia, vous pourriez être surpris de ce classement compte tenu de notre point de départ. In 1974, there was the merger of a small Jesuit college, Loyola, focused on classical education and liberal arts, with a larger university called Sir George Williams, which had evolved from the old YMCA system. It served students who were often the first in their families to have access to higher education, or were working women and men whose circumstances only allowed them to study part-time. So how has Concordia risen from such Humble beginnings to differentiate itself on an international scale? Well, a big part of the answer is in this room. It's you in all your diversity. Of more than 50,000 students, almost 10,000 are international. Un étudiant sur 5 sur le campus parle le français comme première langue. Pour un autre sur 3, une langue autre que le français ou l'anglais est leur langue maternelle. Most of you are proficient in 2 languages, many in 3, some in 4. And why does that matter? Because diversity forces people to listen differently, to share different experiences, to learn new things, to put a premium on communication, and to invent new ways of working together. La beauté de la diversité est qu'elle incube la découverte. It's the elixir of innovation. And a big part of Concordia's success has been our appetite to experiment, take risks, do things differently, and deliver unique results that strengthen Quebec's dynamic society, economy, and culture. Let me mention 3 examples from the past year that every Concordian can be proud of. The first has to do with the student experience. We announced in fall 2022 that Concordia would become the first university in Canada to offer each new undergraduate student, no matter their academic program, a pathway to experiential learning. We believe this will be a massive differentiator to students and their parents who believe in a real education for the real world. By 2024, the 50th anniversary of Concordia, we want students to have access to at least 2 such experiences by the time they graduate. Okay, so right about now you might be thinking, well, that's all great, but I'm graduating today, so what's in it for me? Well, the reason we could make this commitment is because of your success. We've been building co-op programs and work-integrated internships at Concordia for more than 40 years, and we've been running engineering and business case competitions, placing students in NGOs, and supporting student mobility abroad. Pour réussir, ces initiatives dépendent de partenaires, des leaders qui donnent bénévolement de leur temps comme mentors et entraîneurs, et des grandes entreprises, les PME, les organismes à but non lucratif qui embauchent nos étudiants, une à la fois ou, dans certains cas, des dizaines à la fois. Et la raison pour laquelle nous savons que nous pouvons offrir l'apprentissage intégré au travail à travers tous nos programmes est que ces partenaires externes ont eu le privilège de travailler avec tant d'entre vous et maintenant, ils veulent plus de Concordia dans leur organisation. Work-integrated learning is not just great for recruitment or developing complementary skills to what you learn in the classroom. It feeds our economy, our culture, and society with talent. And because of our size, Concordia can do this at scale. This year, for example, in co-op alone, we had 4,000 students take part in paid work placements. It's your success as students that's helped build our reputation, create demand, and expand these programs. You've already helped pay it forward and pave the way for fellow Concordians, and you may well do so again, maybe sooner than you think, when you find yourself recruiting the next generation of outstanding Concordia students to improve your businesses and organizations. The second point of pride for Concordians is our research. Concordia a commencé essentiellement en tant qu'institution axée sur l'enseignement. Et notre engagement envers l'apprentissage intégré au travail démontre que nous continuons à nous soucier profondément de l'expérience des étudiants de premier cycle. But possibly the biggest change at our university in the past 15 years is the explosive growth in our research capacity and our leadership in fine arts research creation. Montreal is the capital of university research in Canada. It's a crowded space. Some of you are probably vaguely aware that there are other more established research universities in this city. But Concordia's contribution has been to go where the others aren't and to develop leadership at the cutting edge of impact. This April, we hit 2 milestones. Jason Lewis, an Indigenous professor in the Department of Design and Computational Arts, won the single largest individual research grant in Concordia's history, an award worth $23 million, one of only 6 funded by a federal program called New Frontiers in Research. Yeah. Montreal is already a hub for artificial intelligence, but Jason is taking the topic in a whole new direction, leading a large international project on AI and indigenous knowledges. Now, how cool is that? And in late April, Concordia was also awarded the largest institutional grant in our history, $123 million over 7 years from the Government of Canada for a project called Electrifying Society. Researchers and grad students from all 4 of our faculties will drive this project, which focuses on developing innovative technologies that can generate affordable, resilient green energy at scale in communities across Canada. C'est un projet qui implique une multitude de partenaires, grandes multinationales, institutions financières, services publics, gouvernements municipaux, entreprises autochtones, et OSCBN. Yes, the project builds on our world-leading research on batteries, smart cities, net zero energy buildings, cybersecurity, and sustainable investment, but it also extends our track record of working at the community level to ensure that there's adaptability and buy-in for new technologies. The Canada First Research Fund Competition, or Apogee, its much better name in French, is the platinum standard for research funding in Canada. And guess what, Quebec and Canada? Concordia has arrived. The third pride point is about how, as a large public institution, we model behavior on issues that matter for society. In April, we unveiled our action plan, Planète Zéro, to decarbonize the physical infrastructure of our 2 campuses by 2040. C'est l'un des défis de décarbonation les plus ambitieux et audacieux entrepris par une université ou une grande organisation en Amérique du Nord. Concordia has 80 buildings on 62 acres of land, and those buildings span 150 years of architectural history and design in Montreal. The goal is to transform our campuses into open living labs where industry, civic, research, and public utility partners can work together with our experts and students. The task is to develop an integrated system for reducing energy consumption, increasing energy storage, and feeding it back into the neighborhood grids around our campuses. It's such an ambitious plan that some of you may well end up working with our partners and help make your alma mater a true leader in the fight against climate change. Je vous laisse avec un dernier point qui me rend également très fier de Concordia. I mentioned our diversity, and by now I think you get it. Great things are happening here, and we're not afraid to be bold. But at the core, what drives us, and what I hope inspires you, are values. I mentioned that Concordia came from humble roots. Even today, for all our success, no one could seriously accuse us of being a rich university. L'accessibilité et l'aspiration à résoudre les problèmes du monde par l'éducation et la recherche restent notre principale motivation. C'est ainsi que nous servons la société ici au Québec et sur la scène mondiale. So let me leave you with one last point of pride. There's another ranking done by London-based Times Higher Education that measures the impact that universities worldwide have in tackling the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. The results just came out, and of nearly 1,600 universities ranked this year, Concordia is in the top 40 for the work we do to reduce inequality. Ceci témoigne que malgré tous les grands changements qui se produisent à Concordia, notamment en termes de recherche, nous restons fidèles à nos valeurs fondatrices. We're committed to the idea that talented students across Quebec and around the world should have access to a great education. And hand in hand with this, we're committed to the belief that respecting diversity in all its forms will allow our students to channel their passions to make Quebec, Canada, and the world a better, fairer, more open, inclusive, and equitable place for all. Congratulations to the class of 23. Be proud of what you've accomplished. We're incredibly proud of you. Thank you, merci. Enjoy the moment.
Mr. Chancellor, it is my honor to present to you Dr. James Donald McCauley to recognize this Concordia graduate's pioneering work in a technique that saves organs in infants and children. Dr. McCauley's remarkable medical research career started at Concordia, where he was active in student politics. He earned a BA in political science before pivoting to complete a BSc in the then newly launched Biophysical Education Program. Dr. McCauley went on to complete his PhD in clinical biochemistry and molecular biology at the University of Toronto, where he won 3 Research Excellence Awards. He joined Harvard Medical School in 1991, became Director of Cardiothoracic Surgical Research, and founded his own lab to study heart-muscle death. His research led to a therapy called mitochondrial transplantation, which rescues organ function by providing healthy mitochondria to damaged cells. In 2014, Dr. McCauley applied his research to test mitochondrial transplantation on children in cardiogenic shock at Boston Children's Hospital, a test which proved successful. The therapy has since been expanded to other conditions such as stroke, kidney and muscle disease, as well as organ transplantation, to name a few. Dr. McCauley has published more than 200 peer-reviewed articles and has trained many postdoctoral and surgical fellows who have gone on to lead important work in the field. Mr. Chancellor, on behalf of the Board of Governors and Senate, it is my privilege and honor to present to you Dr. James Donald McCauley so that you may confer upon him the degree of Doctor of Science honoris causa.
Mr. Chancellor, Mr. President, Vice Chancellor, honored platform guests, graduating class, family and friends. To the graduates, congratulations, this is your day. To the family, friends, relations, and partners, congratulations to you also. I know from my own personal journey how much your encouragement, guidance, and support has played in the success of your graduates. Today, I can speak to both the Faculty of Arts and the Faculty of Sciences, having graduated from both here at Concordia. I've found memories of my time here at Concordia and for the educational strengths it's provided. The Bachelor of Arts degree provided me with the ability to reason and rationally question observations and beliefs, while the Bachelor of Science degree gave me foundations for my present career. Without that foundation, I could not have proceeded to my career's chosen path. The career paths of you as graduates from Concordia University will likely take many different routes as you go ahead. Opportunities will open before you and you will be prepared to move forward and excel. I stand before you as a clear example of this. After graduating from Concordia, I have now gone on to Harvard, where I've spent my full career in the Department of Cardiac Surgery. My research at Harvard is focused on the prevention and amelioration of cardiac ischemia reperfusion injury. It's a mouthful. This is the injury occurring when blood flow to the heart is interrupted or restricted, thus decreasing oxygen and blood flow directly to the heart. This lack of oxygen leads to the cells to die and to not function. And in the end point, we end up with a dysfunctional heart. The need for oxygen delivery to our organs is obvious. There's not a person here in the audience who does not know that a lack of oxygen will be detrimental to them in some manner. In our evolutionary development, we didn't begin using oxygen. Some 5 billion years ago, our ancestral cells floated about, making just a small amount of energy to keep themselves alive. And they made this energy through fermentation without the use of oxygen. And they remained in this state for about 3 billion years. Then approximately 2 billion years ago, they met another ancestral cell, and this was the mitochondria. Our two cells combined, the mitochondria and our ancestral cell. The fact that they could combine allows us to move, function, and perform at a higher level and has increased our evolutionary process. The main drawback from this is that we are now dependent upon oxygen. It is the fusion of these two cells that is important to all of our lifestyles. Throughout my medical career, we have essentially been using and treating the cells of our ancestor prior to the incorporation of the mitochondria. What my research has done is to actually go back to that basic research, and information was provided to me by the professors here at Concordia, and to say, let's look at this as a different way and with a different method. Rather than looking at the full cells, why don't we look at the mitochondria? So what we know is, following an ischemic event, those mitochondria get damaged. Why don't we just replace them? And what we've done over that period of time is we take a small piece of tissue from the same patient that is not in a non-ischemic area. We isolate the mitochondria from that small piece of tissue, and we re-deliver it to the damaged organ. And it works. It restores the cells and it restores function. This has been done in the heart with ischemia reperfusion, where it's the #1 killer. And it's also been done in other organs, as you have been told. Now, we have perfected this procedure in animal model, and we've now successfully used it clinically for pediatric patients who have suffered rare complications after heart surgery. And these complications couldn't be addressed with existing treatments. The babies we've treated had moderate to severe cardiac dysfunction resulting from ischemia reperfusion, and their hearts weren't able to function. The mortality with this pathology was approximately 89%. We've now treated 14 children and been able to rescue over 80% of these kids. Our procedure is now being utilized effectively to treat lung, kidney, and skeletal muscle ischemia, reperfusion injury, and it's also being used for enhanced organ transplantation. Mitochondrial transplantation's been referred to as an outside-the-box technology. However, you first must know what's inside the box in order to do this. Concordia provided these basics to me, and without that knowledge, I would not be standing here before you. As I see you in the audience, I know that you're all well prepared and going to be able to go forward and make major impacts on society. All I can say is this university provided excellent background to me, and I'm sure it will provide it to you. This is your day. I don't want to spend all my time talking here. I'd like to go forward, but I'd like to thank you for sharing this with me and for giving me this great honor. To say that I am pleased would be really to minimize this. We have been ecstatic, and I really appreciate everything this university has given to me. Thank you very kindly.
Dr. McCulley, thank you so much for your inspirational remarks. We appreciate the dedication to our university and to your own background here, and wish you much continued success. Ladies and gentlemen, I would ask you to listen to the Concordia Jazz Trio as the graduates prepare to cross the stage. Thank you.
I am pleased to introduce to you the candidates for the Doctor of Doctorate in Philosophy from the following programs: Biology, Chemistry, Health and Exercise Science, Individualized Program in Pure Sciences, Mathematics, and Physics. Laurence Eliane Anne Payton. Brendan Joyce. Kevin Larocque. John Alexander Jimenez Garcia. Carrie Zeta Delaney. Brittany Insant. Roman Klimov. Julia Huck. I am pleased to introduce to you the candidates for the Master of Magisteriate in Arts and the Master of Magisteriate in Science from the following programs: Human Systems Interventions, Biology, and Chemistry. Noémie Desbiens-Riendeau. Alan Raul Flamenciano. Dale McKenzie. Emily Parenteau. Christopher Taylor Peng. Dennis Cao Van Truong. Miguel Eduardo Felizmino. Curtis John Logan. Saba Mezgari. Michelle Vandaloo. Jacob Hui. Mashid Karamatnejad. Michael Madavi. Alyssa Mariani. Diego Andreas Mendoza Angeles. Amna Muhammad. Arizu Sateyesh. Frisia Vetier. I am pleased to introduce to you the candidates for the Master of Magisteriate in Environment and the candidates for the Master of Magisteriate in Arts and the Master of Magisteriate in Science from the following programs: Geography, Urban and Environmental Studies, Health and Exercise Science, Mathematics, and Physics. Josiah Becker. Simon Lizotte. Nicholas Pfeiffer Major. Zachary Davidson Carrière. Tanya Couture. Natalia Kian. Jan Quash. Naomi Trott. Alice Yu. Megan Ann Struther. Samuel Gilman. Lila Hableblian. Sabrina Manolakis. Ilana Patlan. Andreas Bancheri. Zhaoyang Li. Samuel Reynaud. I am pleased to introduce to you the candidates for the graduate diploma in the following programs: Biotechnology and Genomics. Jennifer Miley Boisvert. Odufiseo Oyebanji. I am pleased to introduce to you the candidates for the Bachelor of Baccalaureate in Arts from the following department: Applied Human Sciences. Josiane Barbara Achi. Tasnim Akhtar. Ozma Saida Ali. Nicholas Al-Khoury. Isabel Amoako, with distinction. Eugenia Angelopoulos, with great distinction. Winner of the Robert C. Ray Book Prize in Human Relations, awarded to the most outstanding graduating student in Human Relations. Sada Baklini, with distinction. Mojgan Baluti. Sophie Barbeau. Caitlin Beauregard. William Benoit. Mariah Blades Harris. Vanessa Blanco. Sabrina Bogosian, with distinction. Nathaniel Boisvert. Bekim Barova. Laura Maria Baroza. Ruth Ann Bravo, with distinction. Laura Bueno Ramirez. Anais Karjan. Valentina Carrero, with distinction. Julia Carrera, with distinction. David Widmeyer Charlot. Jonathan Cellini. Ngozi Chinedu. Christina Ciracilo, with distinction. Michael Clement, with distinction. Damien Constantin. Marissa Costa, with distinction. Penelope Kupal, with distinction. Faisal Dahabra. Vanessa D'Angelo. Evdoxia Alexandra Dacios. Laura Deegan. Camelia Demanens, with distinction. Stephanie De Rosa. Lucas Diamantopoulos. Gabriela Di Domenico, with distinction. Giovanna Dinolfo. Fatoumata Jeanette Diop, with distinction. Justin Di Paolo. Caleb Dorval. Vanessa Downs. Tahila Esther Dror Benigari. Jordan Dumont. Tolki Ege. Riley Eisenberg. Susie Enschel. Sarah Morena Erigo, with distinction. Natalie Escuera, with distinction. Celia Carmelina Esposito. Sarah Farag. Angelo Michel Fatica. Revka Fenta, with distinction. Nicholas Ferreira. Sabrina Fournier. Ashley Frontin. Rachel Galley. Veronica Garot. Julia Gavita. Antonina Gentile. Bianca Gerace. Jessica Giulio. Catherine Elena Gomez Molina. Fatuma Guindo. Ashley Hamilton. Amanda Hanna. Rebecca Hasek. Dan Hershkovitz. Emma Lee Hoffman, with distinction. David Horvat. Tandia Huxon. Renaud Idio. Emene Ijamki, with distinction. Nazifa Islam. Maya Isa. Cheyenne Jimenez. Taisha Joseph Dotain, with distinction. Jaslyn Calsey, with distinction. Maria Kambitakis, with distinction. Georgia Karat-Katsakis. Paul Carpontinis. Asma Katan. Zilan Kojahal. Evanthia Kokolis. Renata Anna Colas. Alyssa Corman, with distinction. Paula Kubicki. Lauren Kuzik. Maxime Labbé. Jordan Lamy. Shauna Lee Lambert. Ariane Larivière-Lezec, with distinction. Jacob Lawrence. Lucas Anthony Liberta. Alessia Lombardi, with distinction. Adrian Longinotti. Bianca Machocha, with distinction. Gladys Macambo. Peter Malik, with distinction. Lily Mamid, with distinction. Abigail Manuel. Angela Mardarujan. Olivia Mariotti. Anna Mercedes Martinez, with distinction. Megan Massé, with distinction. Julia Maurizio. Jennifer Mayer, with distinction. Isaac Mabedzi. Siobhan McDonough. Morgan McMahon. Matthew Michael Meehan. Gabriella Meyer, with distinction. Jenna Miniello. Alexia Mirigello. Ryan Mitchell. Nicole Morakech. Christina Mokwidobro, with distinction. Keisha Moore Sydney. Jessica Myers. Dominique Nordolilo, with distinction. Shanice Alicia Neta. Noemi Narcisian. Ho Kelly Nguyen. Lisa Nigogosian. Marco Nero. Joshua Nordman. Jonathan Aaron Novak. Derek Nosa Obas. Christopher Okaibor. Frédéric Olivier, with distinction. Julie O'Neill. Alphonse Ouimet. Isabella Peva. Kyla Alexis Palanca, with distinction. Winner of the Malone Medal, presented in honor of Reverend Patrick G. Malone, S.J., and awarded to the graduating student who has made the most outstanding contribution to the internal university community. Amanda Palladini. Stamatia Papadatos. Vima Patel. Angela Pereira Novoa. Theo Paring. Alessia Persicino. Belle Phillips, with distinction. Sarah Pukaki, with distinction. Gabriela Polito. Ramona Potesta. Eric Priscilla. Anne-Marie Quadros, with distinction. Zarlesh Raja. Alessandra Ryber. Dalia Alexandra Rengifo, with distinction. Tiana Rice, with distinction. Winner of the Randy B. Swedberg Medal for Leisure Sciences and Therapeutic Recreation. Awarded to the most outstanding graduate student in leisure sciences and therapeutic recreation. Natalie Robinson. Melissa Rodriguez Robello. Evan Roldan. Olivier Roy. Karina Sacconi, with distinction. Thomas Saliou. Jacob Salvel. Melissa Sarkis, with distinction. Jenny Lynn Sora. Bianca Scaringi. Jessica Shortino. Alessia Sebastiani. Vanessa Saraspe, with distinction. Zara Shah, with distinction. Emma Sheehan, with distinction. Anne Skeeth, with distinction. Angela Kylie Smith, with distinction. Brittany St. Louis. Vishali Suhumar. Venus Suryo, with distinction. Canal Sutton. Anastasia Sinanitis, with distinction. Priya Tawari. Émilie Titel. Michael Chow Tran. Samantha Treglia, with distinction. Lisandra Tremblay. Amadou Umar. Sabrina Villani. Adriano Volpe. Jillian Whalen. Charlotte Dean Winstanley. Tyler A. Wood. Anastasia Zinidakis. Frances Natalie Yepes. Amanda Johannes. Nicholas Zepeda Baez, with distinction. And now we invite you to please enjoy this short video highlighting student life at Concordia before we continue with the calling of the graduates.
I am pleased to introduce to you the candidates for the Bachelor of Baccalaureate in Arts and the Bachelor of Baccalaureate in Science from the following departments: Biology, Chemistry and Biochemistry, Geography, Planning, and Environment. Alvina Amir, with distinction. Alexander Abu Zaid. Zore Amari. Jody Al-Harash, with distinction. Hadia Alwidi. Fatih Al-Khoury. Juliana Alvarado Trosu, with distinction. Teyamila Ayoub with distinction. Charlotte Bailey with distinction. Vanessa Bordenaro with distinction. David Borelli. Jenna Boissali with great distinction. Michelle Bourret-Weston with distinction. Naomi Brossois. Zodi Brown. Marie Chaudoir. Matthew Shrieky with distinction. Alexandra Shitravensky with great distinction. Simranjit Chumbak. Urline Constant with distinction. Alessio Cusmano with great distinction. Christine Dalul. Julia Olivia de la Garza Roman. Sarah Deli Kadri. Samantha Desuro Mulumba. Kelly Dimayuga. Sarah Dinarzo. Philippe Dupuis. Megan Grace Durocher. Miriam El Isawi with distinction. Joanna El Khoury with great distinction. Katrina Fayardo. Seyede Fateme Fekri Begi with distinction. Jose Daniel Gallego Agudelo. Anastasia Gergi. Bianca Gilio with distinction, winner of the Therese F. Casgrain Medal for Women's Studies, awarded to the most outstanding graduating student in women's studies. Joannie Guibert. Negar Goldston. Karen Golfi. Isabella Gomez. Maria Alejandra Gomez Velasquez Sanchez. Samuel Evan Gonzalez Fleuron with distinction. Rebecca Hamilton, with distinction. Fayez Haraka, with distinction. Kyle Hazel, with distinction. Andrew Hinault. Belen Hernandez Hernandez, with distinction. Marouk Iqbal. Nazanin Iranidou Hagigi, with distinction. Jessica John Cass. Negar Kadiani, with distinction. Sabasarat Kalgu. Marosh Khan. Yikyong Kim, with great distinction. Hala Kuzu. Jad Kroma, with distinction. Chanel Lafont. Jade Longpré, with distinction. Carolina Lopez Naranjo, with distinction. Anas Masuzi, with great distinction. Tanya Masumsade. Caitlin McQuillan, with distinction. Wiam Meftah. Parisa Memarian. Sarah Menard, with great distinction, winner of the Mappin Medal donated by the Mappin family, awarded to the highest ranking student graduating with the degree of Bachelor of Baccalaureate in Science, winner of the Biology Prize, awarded to the most outstanding graduating student in biology, winner of the Science College Prize, awarded to the most outstanding graduate student in the Science College. Audrey Gail Merveille Lovinsky. Linda Tuyet Min Nguyen. Erica Pedvaiskis, with distinction. Alejo Agustin Pardo. Devin Patterson, with great distinction. Smiljana Pekovic, with distinction. Vanessa Pereira, with distinction. Raluca Petrescu. Amanda Pham, with great distinction. Sujata Pokarel with distinction. Marc-Antoine Poulain. Margia Prionti. Aimene Raba. Constantine Rachel. Maxime Rade with distinction. Mohanad Ray with distinction. Matthew Reagan with distinction. Miloš Ristovic with distinction. Sade Robert Hossein with distinction. Joy Sad with distinction. Maede Sabui. Sophie Scatlin with great distinction. Lunicia Siandra. Roxana Shikol Moluki. Cheyenne Shokui. Danielle Strenga. Giselle Sullivan with great distinction. Solène Mathieu Chuisse Mbako. Olivia Vanilla Taguyam Changui. Lauren Ho Diep Tran.
That's a noise.
Emily Tiolis with distinction. Naleli J. Urbina Pokar. Silvana Velez. Paria Yousefi with distinction. Joanne Jai with distinction. Sydney Zuckerman. Anika Ahmed. Jack Allen with distinction. Abdul Rahman Alotani. Lin Antun. Queenie Kate Batara. Kansu Bolukpas. Varun Chaturvedi Sharma. Julia Kuzokrea. Olivier Daniel, with great distinction. Christian Deslauriers. Aliona Dushime. Joe Germanos, with distinction. Bersabe Adisu Hele Mariam. Jasmine Mukeya Katumba. Jennifer Kio Lopez, with distinction. Vahan Keboyan. Paige Castulias. Leal Emma Louise Lakdar. Yingzi Lin, with distinction. Brittany MacArthur, with distinction. Fateme Mahmoud Nezad, with distinction. Pavlos Markopoulos. Merveille Munganjifo, with distinction. Winner of the Provost Medal for Outstanding Achievement, awarded to an undergraduate student in her graduating year, whose commitment and spirit towards academic excellence, leadership, athleticism, and civic responsibility reflect the values exemplified by Concordia University and the Office of the Provost. Mariam Muhammad. Mohammadin Nikpayam. George Aubry, with distinction. Jenica O'Dowd. Karim Ahmed Mohammed Farouk Osman. Ketaki Renade. Carlos Esteban Rosero Grueso. Cassandra Roussel, with great distinction, winner of the Chemistry Medal, awarded to the most outstanding graduate student in chemistry. Yulia Sologu. Shalay Spracklin. Emmanuel Tablas. Tarani Tabotaran. Moren Vara Piragasam. Cassandra Verdone. Hanbu. Tagshiga Vitilingam. Jeremy Wu, with distinction. Yuking Wu. Yue Yu. Jemili Zamor. Daniel Abi Kalam, with distinction. Lavi Adam, with distinction. Angélique Alcidi. Talia Alexander Baptiste. Anya Arthur, with distinction. Athi Balachandran. Sarah Balagi, with distinction. Deborah Barendereka. Louis Belmont Piatier. Thea Boissonneau, with distinction. Alexandra Bretzel. Chloe Bullen, with distinction. Maria Burgess. Emily Sharby, with distinction. Sineng Chu, with distinction. Lou Collins. Elliot Odum de Parsco Duplessis. Gabriela Derry, with distinction. Winner of the Malone Medal, presented in honor of Reverend Patrick G. Malone, SJ, and awarded to the graduating student who has made the most outstanding contribution to the internal university community. Jonathan Yamenstein. Sophia Giuseppis. Dylan Duplain. Mason Edmonds, with distinction. Tatiana Ekimova. Daniel Ersegovats. Jessie Gagnon, with distinction. Dania Giacomakis. Gabrielle Ann Cobb Gengra. Rashifa Henikoye Jarmakoye. Frédéric Hébert Mandragon, with distinction. Julia Hihi. Alifa Islam. Costa Karachonzitis with distinction. Christopher George Kurvetaris. Torban Lo with distinction. Elliot Lozon Schlater with distinction. Gregory Leach. Riley Lindsay with distinction. John Macare with distinction. Francesca Andrea Marcogliese Perez. Spencer Martel. Rachel Miville. Francisco Monroy Sanchez. Caroline Minnock Nguyen with distinction. Cassiope Nouvelle Zurcher. Ala Omar. Ihab Wati. Kesna Melian Uta with distinction. Megan Palmer. Joel Pigot Nardoza. Paula Andrea Quintero Gutierrez. Marko Radivojevic. Maeva Ramboni with distinction. Saleh Rehani. Catherine Rokakis with distinction. Winner of the Bogdan Zaborski Medal in Geography, awarded to the most outstanding graduating student in geography. Pamela Romano with distinction. Ayesha Sohail. Evan Spatis. Jihan Sultan. Angelica Tupper. Trinity Turnbull. Rosie Valenti Falcon. Amanda Vincelet. Francis Wang. Ying Zhang. Marceau Barolier with distinction. Andrei Serchez. Tamana Chahal with great distinction. Noor Kamel El Sayed with distinction. Kai Parker Isidro. Jason Langford. Kira Pompeo with distinction. Rachel Sparks with distinction. Olivia Ashley Spatolizano. Cynthia Todd. Dania Toma Yanarone. Diego Wittenbury Escobar. Jordy Wilson with distinction. Jingyu Zhao with distinction.
I am pleased to introduce to you the candidates for the Bachelor of Baccalaureate in Arts and the Bachelor of Baccalaureate in Science from the following departments: Health, Kinesiology and Applied Physiology, Mathematics and Statistics, Physics. Miriam Abadi with distinction. Aya Al-Hajjaj with great distinction. Gérard Mossé Adonian with distinction. Mona Arel with distinction. Carrie-Anne Audet d'Ecclésiaste with distinction. Samantha Maria Ayub with great distinction. Parsa Basiri. Lomé Ardene Bayar Saikan with distinction. Ryan Beauchamp with distinction. Magali Bélanger Serra with distinction. Judd Beltran Semana with distinction. Elise Benet with distinction. Simon Blais with distinction. Nakisha Charlot. Valerie Ananyeze Shahade with distinction. Nicolas Côté. David Daguiste with distinction. Danick Dekari with distinction. Antoine Denis. Marc Derose with distinction. Laurie Désilet Trudeau with distinction. Camille Doucet with distinction. Sarah Dubois, with distinction. Sydney Dufour, with great distinction, winner of the Exercise Science Plaque, awarded to the most outstanding graduate. Graduating student in exercise science. Raoul Duta, with distinction. Erica Franco, with distinction. Bianca Gonzalez Sanchez, with distinction. Héloïse Guérin. Mélissa Joly. Katarina Katsis, with distinction. Mathilde Labonté Cloutier, with great distinction. Elisabeth Laflamme, with great distinction. Juliette Langelier, with great distinction. Amanda Laplante, with great distinction. Isabella Latanzio, with distinction. Marie Levite, with distinction. Sophia Litvin Mail, with distinction. Stefan Magda, with distinction. Yosra Marur, with distinction. Dylan Martin, with great distinction. Amanda McPhee, with distinction. Anne McHale. Kimia Mohammadi, with distinction. Nicola Molina. Salma Sana Moulay Omar. George Mustakis. Samantha Nealon, with distinction. Nathaniel Wazana, with distinction. Katarina Papadakis. Olivia Passarelli, with distinction. Dershi Patel, with distinction. Martha Pietrusik, with distinction. Audrey Ariadne Petaru, with great distinction. Aiden Rudom, with distinction. Elizabeth Rod. Laurence Rodier. Camille Roy, with distinction. Olivier Roy, with great distinction. Alessandro Russo, with distinction. Rekha Sivasubramaniama, with distinction. Martin Slavov, with distinction. Owen Suchins. Ariane Soucy. Danielle Spiri, with distinction. François Saint-Amour, with great distinction. Erica Talatinian, with great distinction. Ling Chung Tam, with distinction. Sophia Chukowski, with great distinction. Ginny Terrien-Garby, with distinction. Audrey Amanda Tornblum, with distinction. Michael Valeno, with great distinction. Andriane Weinberg, with distinction. John Patrick Wand, with distinction. Mona Wasey. Phoebe Windsor. Andrew Yee. Yuan Chang, with great distinction. Nicolas Argyrgopoulos. Myriam Bouchy-Pinard, with distinction. Georgia Brooks, with distinction. Noémie Bruguier. Lauriane Dion, with distinction. Chiyu Duan. Ana Isabel Franco. Anila Gyan, with great distinction. Jai Jing, with distinction. Wen Tao Du, with distinction. Angus Legault. Michael Yang, with distinction. Justin Marquez, with distinction. Alexander Nazir, with distinction. Cristian Alberto Navarro Chirinos. Chi Joy Ni. Alyssa Oleas. Kai Ping Ong. Fung. Brittany Shamlal. Danny Susan. Charles Veilleux. Jiawen Wang with distinction. Philip Wheeler with distinction. Gaoming Wu. Zibo Chu. Noah Benzmehen with distinction. Miriam Bensaken Lasri with great distinction. Yoel Bodok. Gilles Bou Tala Goussoub. Aurélie Bouskila. William Claveau with distinction. Sébastien Dahan with distinction. Deanna Di Flumeri with distinction. Michael Dishman. Tiama Esther Geneviève Essama Ayi. Noah Gagnon with distinction. Navkarit Kaur Jill. Casey Kosher with distinction. Jérémy Lavallée with great distinction. Justine Lee. Sotida Lim. Yang King Lin with distinction. Evstatia Maragu with distinction. Jordana Marciano. Andrew Marion with distinction. Nicole Metri with distinction. Marco Mignaca with great distinction, winner of the Eric O'Connor Mathematics Medal, awarded to the most outstanding graduating students in mathematics. Anshini Mutia. Thi Kim Lan Nguyen. Sarah Nufel with distinction. Natia Miali Marian Randria Nasolo. Laura Ria. Zachary Rothschild with great distinction. Manad Said with distinction. Gurel Wilfred Channa with distinction. Mengding Jiang with distinction. Stephanie Toye. Marco Bacante with distinction. Amanda Yu with distinction. Cheng Dong Chang with distinction. Wanji Cheng. Ivy Xu with great distinction. Russell Abrera. Mohammed Sabi Armahan. Joey Ogelo. Saim Bokari. Zoe Aurora Brisson Savousis with distinction.
Feeling good about this?
Sean Edward Donovan. Giordano Gaudio with great distinction. Sraboni Sarkar.
Did I hear great distinction? Oh, fantastic. Well done.
Rami Zemuri with great distinction. Winner of the Walter Wardorf Medal for Physics, awarded to the most outstanding graduating student in physics. I am pleased to introduce to you the candidates for the undergraduate certificate in the following departments: Applied Human Sciences, Interdisciplinary Studies. Karen Barnaby. Liana Di Fulvio. Trudy Jacobs. Letava Marinova.
Congratulations.
I would like to call upon the Provost and Vice President, Academic and Whitelaw for the conferring of the degrees.
Would all graduates please stand? Mr. Chancellor, on behalf of Senate, I present to you the candidates for degrees, diplomas, and certificates in the Faculty of Arts and Science. I certify that these candidates have fulfilled the requirements for these degrees.
By the powers granted in the University Charter, I admit each of you to appropriate degree, diploma, or certificate as approved by Senate and certified by the Provost. Thank you, and you may be seated. The Concordia University Distinguished Doctoral Dissertation Prize in Fine Arts, Humanities, or Social Sciences is awarded annually to the most deserving graduate for excellence of his/her doctoral thesis in the Fine Arts, Humanities, and Social Science programs. Dr. Anne Louise Howard defended her PhD dissertation titled, "I Didn't Think It Was a Thing Either, Women Engineers' Experience of Suffering in the Workplace," under the supervision of Dr. Rosemary Riley in the Department of Applied Human Sciences. Dr. Howard's research sought to understand the covert nature of suffering and the elements that cause it, using phenomenology to help researchers and society take the important and significant step of understanding how individuals suffer in organizations so we can better understand this important area of mental health. Dr. Howard is currently working as an assistant professor at the Department of Applied Human Sciences at Concordia University. I am pleased to announce this year's winner, Dr. Anne Louise Howard. I would now like to call upon Merville Mungang Difo, this year's valedictorian, to give the valedictorian address.
Chancellor Winner, President and Vice Chancellor Carr, Dr. Macaulay, distinguished guests and participants, fellow students, families and friends, thank you. Thank you for giving me the honor to stand in front of you today and take you down the lanes of the past and the future. No merveille, you're not dreaming, it's really happening. Thank you for everything that each and every one of you here is. There are proud graduates today who were tired students yesterday, who will be change makers tomorrow and lifetime scholars. Alors qu'il m'échoit l'insigne honneur de m'adresser à vous aujourd'hui au nom de mes collègues diplômés de la promotion 2023, sans vouloir vous alarmer, je vais commencer par vous annoncer qu'on a un petit problème. Yes, I think we've got a problem, a big one. The problem we have is that this graduating class is simply over the top amazing. Passionate Concordians coming from different horizons all over the world. We are the epitome of the beauty and strength of diversity. I felt that there could be no better way of starting this address than pausing for a few seconds to acknowledge this huge milestone and take the time to celebrate each and every one of you seated in this hall. Congratulations to the class of 2023. Félicitations aux diplômés de 2023. These degrees are a testament to a noble struggle. We came, we fought, and we won. Presenting these few words today is quite an emotional moment for me, which feels not only like the thrilling culmination of several undergraduate years, but also an opportunity and a voice to tell my story. A story of passion, strength, and resilience. The story of everything that Concordia is to me and the roles that I was privileged to occupy within its formidable community. Concordia, much more than just university, means home to the international student that landed at the Pierre Elliott Trudeau 3.5 years ago. Where I come from, not all dreams come true, and time most often sadly deconstructs visions and possibilities. Concordia anchored my dreams, gave me a platform, silenced my doubts, and empowered me to become the scientist and person that I am today. As a student who was to the very least daunted by what university in a foreign place might be, I am a living testament to the primordiality of finding a safe space and having a community that roots for you and encourages you to grow and thrive while being your happy place. The Concordia community carried and celebrated me even at my worst times. I am a fervent believer in the dual nature that is inherent to our identities as citizens of the world and members of the communities we belong to. For me, who worked almost 20 hours per week throughout my degree, volunteering and contributing represented an open door, an outlet and an opportunity to help reduce the gaps of our system and give back. En tant que jeune femme noire qui perçoit son identité comme un outil pour réinventer le monde, j'ai toujours été vivement intéressée par les causes liées à l'éducation, à l'autonomisation des femmes et des minorités visibles et non visibles, ainsi qu'à la santé et à la justice sociale. Ce vif intérêt a fortement marqué mon implication à plusieurs paliers dans la société ici au Québec, au Cameroun, en pays d'origine et à l'échelle internationale. Over 12 research, community, and volunteer roles here at Concordia and several others with the outside community in 3 years of undergrad studies. Several awards, recognitions, and even today a medal, but the real reward is the people. It's always just been about the people, and love was always at the forefront of all my implications, especially at times when I felt exhausted or on the point of giving up. There are times when we feel lost, when we're searching for a light. In those times, a good starting point is taking a step back to ourselves and to our fundamental why. The light, a true light, is often more within us than elsewhere. So the next time anyone tells you that you're not good enough, or the next time you're faced with rejection and doubt, remember, you are your own light, and you're shining really bright. We do not have to be great to start or have accomplished great things in life to start giving back. As true as all crucial conversations start by uttering the first word, 1,000-mile journeys start with a single step. If I, the awkward little imposter syndrome-stricken international student who saw snow for the first time not so long ago, could turn tables around, then you most definitely can do it. In 3.5 years, well, almost 4 soon, I achieved this degree, a little bit more than half of a master's degree, and I am proud to announce that I will be starting a doctorate of medicine program at the University of Montreal's medical school next fall. Yes, the same awkward little imposter syndrome-stricken international student who saw snow for the first time not so long ago got into the 3 Quebec Francophone medical schools. My chances were less than 1% for all 3 of them, given the limited number of seats, typically 1 or 2 in the international contingents. But I did it, and guess what? I owe this success to the Concordia community. You do not need to tick all the boxes in order to apply for those jobs or take those opportunities. You are the playwrights and actors of your own destinies. My first full-time job, which I started last January while being, as I'm still today, full-time master's student, is a managerial position. At 23 years old and still as international as this, I didn't think I would be taken, but I did get selected out of 33 other candidates. So you see, we need to step into the realization that believing in ourselves, even just a little bit more, can make a whole world of difference. Life is a mystery box. You never know what awaits you, and the most beautiful experiences sometimes come where we least expect them. When I pushed open the doors of the Notre Dame Hospital in 2020 at the peak of the pandemic, I was no nurse or medical personnel, and it'd been barely a few months since I landed. All I wanted to do was to help curb the burnout and staff shortage at the front lines. But how do you make a difference? How do you change the narrative when you feel like you haven't got the skills needed? Maybe you just need to start somewhere, anywhere, and you'll find a way. COVID wards were where people were most needed, and that's where I went. But I have never felt this much alive than when risking my life every workday for others to sustain years. Working as COVID caregiver meant being privileged to hold patients' hands during the last moments and doing anodyne tasks like changing diapers or carrying the trash, but this made the difference. This whole experience changed my perception of humanity, death, illness, suffering, life, and the role that I could and I had to play in the world. Il est exactement 22h42 à ma montre. Je ne sais pas pour vous, mais il me semble que c'est le meilleur moment de parler d'avenir. Mes chers amis, et si aujourd'hui était le premier jour du reste de notre vie? Le monde est littéralement à nous. Nous sommes les pionniers d'une nouvelle ère. Fort de cette conviction, j'ose déjà dire au monde de se tenir prêt, car la promotion 2023 de Concordia, eh bien, elle va tout casser. Concordia made possible my greatest achievement so far, this degree despite all the setbacks. When the pandemic hit, my dad's business plummeted. My mom was diagnosed with a back condition that periodically hindered her full mobility, and making both ends meet was rough. I remember being on the verge of desperation and reaching out to several offices at Concordia. From long conversations and advice from Dr. Graham Carr to support from several members of the community and the Science College, notably its principal, Dr. Emma Desplan, I could feel alive and heard. This was truly a game changer. To doctors Graham Carr, Louis Scuccia, André Leblanc, Emma Desplan, Wayne Brake, Erin Barker, Xavier Otenwalder, Marek Majewski, Paul Joyce, and many others that I can't name here, thank you. I owe this degree to all the Concordians who believed and rooted for me, to all who loved me enough to not give me up on my dreams. If I were to give one last piece of advice, it would be that of perseverance. La persévérance, c'est parfois juste sourire. Se sourire à nous-mêmes et à nos reflets angoissés devant le miroir, et ensuite sourire au monde, et ce même quand l'avenir semble incertain. I will be ending this soon, I promise. But I just wish to say one last thing. To all graduates gathered here, or those who couldn't make it today, and to those who started this journey with us and unfortunately couldn't finish it, be it for financial reasons, health, change of plans, or even the regretted Concordians who left us too soon. We hear you, we see you, we celebrate you, and we will always remember. J'aimerais de se faire remercier toutes les personnes qui nous ont accompagnés à chaque bout du chemin et qui ont rendu ce moment possible. Merci à mes parents, ma famille, mon conjoint et à tous les parents et familles présents ici ce soir. Ce succès-ci, on vous le doit et on vous le dédie. It was incommensurably empowering and tremendously uplifting to have been part of a community and adding my mother's stone to the edifice of building a stronger Concordia. I've tried, but haven't just been able to leave. I've been coming to speak at open house since year one, and will probably shuffle this year again. All this to say, my heart goes out to every single Concordian, past, present, future, students, staff, and faculty, that goes above and beyond for more pages of the beautiful Concordia story to be written every day. Cheers to us, cheers to our community, and cheers to the future. Merci, danke, gracias, siete, shukran, thank you.
Thank you, Merveille, for your inspiring words to your class of 2023. C'était merveilleux. Folks, it has been a great ceremony and a long one. I think an Olympic record. After our ceremony, I invite graduates and their guests to join us in the lobby for a vin d'honneur and to preserve this memorable event with some photos. Before we conclude, I will leave you with a few parting remarks. Graduates, I hope today has been yet another exhilarating marker in the time you spent at Concordia. La collation des grades est un droit de passage vers ce que nous espérons tout sincèrement être un avenir formidable et brillant pour chacun d'entre vous. Avant que vous ne vous lanciez dans un avenir radieux, je peux vous demander de prendre un moment pour rendre hommage aux personnes qui vous ont accompagné jusqu'à ce que vous soyez là où vous êtes aujourd'hui. Behind each of you stands a network of supporters, classmates, faculty, and staff, as well as your partners, families, and friends who have helped to get you here. Now please stand, face your audience, and give those who helped you a big round of applause. Please be seated. Only 2 more minutes. Démarrer, nous devons tous investir dans notre prochaine génération. Toutes comme les générations précédentes ont investi en nous. I'm really very much in the dark about this. I encourage, see, it worked. I encourage you to give back, whether financially or through the gift of your knowledge and your time. You may find yourself in a position to help a Concordian secure an internship that catalyzes yet another impactful career. Concordia is a great university with the promise of an even better future. On this day, there is no better measure of our success and no better measure of our potential than all of you. So to all of you embarking on your epic new journey, I say, may the force be with you. I would ask you all to remain seated to allow the members of the stage to exit, and then please feel free to leave. So give us a moment. Thank you.